Oholot, Perak Aleph, Mishnah Chet, 8th Mishnah, in the first chapter of Masechet Oholot. So now we're going to talk about Eivarim, about limbs, and that no matter what size, the last Mishnah we said, no matter what size a limb is, Ein Lem Shiur, if you got a whole limb, which is Basar, Gidim, and Atzamot, according to the Bartanura, there are other opinions, but according to the Bartanura, it has to have flesh, sinews, and bone. If you got a whole Eivar, Tameh. Says a Mishnah, a very famous concept. There are 248, we call it Ramach Eivarim. Very common, well-known halachic concept. Shin Samechei Gidim, 365 sinews and 248 Eivarim limbs. So what are they? You'll do the math. We're just going to read through it. Shloshim bepisat haregel, 30 in the pisat haregel, the kaf haregel, the parsa, the foot. How much? How do you get 30? Shisha b'chol etzba. 6 bones in every toe. Okay, then pisat haregel means the bottom of the foot. Shisha b'chol etzba, 6 in every toe. Then asara b'kursal. Okay, 10 in the ankle. I don't know if you get so they think like the foot itself has no bones. I want to leave aside, interesting, but let's leave aside the whole idea of how much science they knew. This was their perception. This was I'm sure this was the scientific perception of Chazal, their knowledge in the time of the Mishnah. Fine, so just leave it at that. Asara kursal, 10 in the ankle. Okay, makom chibur haregel v'hashok, the place of the connection from the foot, and the shok is the lower thigh, but here it means the lower thigh. Shnai bashok, 2 in the calf. It's really called. Chamisha be'arkuva, 5 in the knee. Echad be'yerech, 1 in the thigh. Shlosha b'kotlit, 3 in the kotlit. The ma'ala b'rosh harech, the top of the thigh. Achad etzlaot, 11 ribs. Shloshim be'pisat hayad, 30 in the hand. Pisat hayad probably means the whole hand or the extension of the hand. Pisat hayad. Hold on, let me see what the Kahati says. Kafayat. So I guess what it really means, I guess it means like pisat haregel, the bottom of the foot, and then another 6, I guess. Does that make sense? No, it's the 30 in the pisat hayad, the whole hand, meaning 6 in for every finger, 6 in every finger. But they think about 6, 1, 2, plus, I guess, going down for every finger, meaning they understood that in your hand there were bones that were connected to each finger somehow. Okay, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know this stuff at all. If you're a doctor laughing at me, I'm just a rabbi. Okay, Shnayim b'kaneh, in the kaneh the Bartanura says, etzem ha'mechubar layad. So I guess the kaneh would be this bone that connects from the hand to here. That's called the kaneh. I fractured that once. Shnayim b'marpek, 2 in the elbow. Echad b'zroa, there's got to be 1 over here. So I don't even know if that's true at all. Maybe it's true. Arba'a b'katei, 4 in the shoulder. So that's, if you count them up, and I'm not going to, 101 on one side, 101 on the other side. Another 18, so we're at 202, another 18 chuliot, which are links in the spine. Tisha b'rosh, 9 in the head. Shemona b'savar, 8 in the neck. Shisha b'mafteach shalev, 6 in the opening of the heart. I honestly have no idea what they mean by that. V'chamisha b'nekavav, and 5 bones that are connected to a person's sexual organs. So those are all the bones. Those are all of the Eivarim, of the limbs. All, each and every one of these is mitameh, whether you touch it, you carry it, or you're in the same oil, just the limb itself. When is that true? When they have enough flesh, that's kara'ui. What is kara'ui? The Bartanura says, meaning if it got cut, if the limb got cut in such a way that it could reheal. If it was connected, meaning if there's enough flesh on it that it could maintain its identity as a limb, it's a viable, we'll call it a viable limb. But if it's not a viable limb, it doesn't have sufficient flesh, then mitamin b'maga u'b'masa, that is mitameh, it's tameh, maga umasa, whether it's lifted, touched, maga, lagat, or masa, or you pick it up. V'ein mitamin ba'o, you're not mitamin ba'oil. Why? The Bartanura explains, because tumat oil is eino ela o be'adam shalem. It's only a person, because it says adam ki amut be'oil, a person who dies in an oil, and that's tumat oil, or be'ever hadomen le'adam, a limb that's comparable, meaning it has to be viable. It's the viable limb. Be'etzem adam, because the Torah says be'etzem adam o be'kaber. If a person has to have basar, flesh, sinews, and bones, and the mitameh, the same is true. It has to be a limb. Basar, begidim, v'atzamot. It has to have flesh, sinews, and bones. Then it's mitameh and ba'ohel. But if it doesn't have all those things, it's not mitameh ba'ohel. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning. So memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.